After a long standoff at the national headquarters of the People's Democratic Party in Abuja, as members loyal to the party's national secretary, Mr. Samuel Anyanwu, and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, clashed with the executive of the party, led by the national chairman, Mr. Tanimu Turaki. Amidst the standoff, police fired tear gas at journalists, governors, and supporters as both groups struggled to gain access into the building. The opposing groups had scheduled to hold their meetings at the party's headquarters in Abuja. The Nigerian Immigration Service and the International Organization for Migration, IOM, have reaffirmed their commitment to advancing border governance as well as migration management in Nigeria. At a high-level meeting in Lagos, the theme, Strengthening Strategic Collaboration for Effective Migration and Management of Border Governance, senior officials from both organizations discussed ways to enhance cooperation, modernize border systems, as well as address evolving migration challenges. In her keynote address, NIS Comptroller General Kemi Nandap highlighted the forum as a platform to review past achievements and explore opportunities for deeper collaboration. IOM Nigeria's Chief of Mission, Sharon Dimanche, commended the NIS for its pioneering role in digital border governance across West and Central Africa.
The NIS continues to prioritize adoption of innovative strategies and modern technologies to enhance its capacity to deliver more on its twin mandates of border governance and migration management. Consequently, NIS is open to partnership that will continue and also support the fast-tracking to ensure that we deliver on our national border management strategy. This policy document is vital in driving investments in modernizing our border infrastructures, expansion of our forward operational bases, procurement of strategic tactical equipment, patrol vehicles, surveillance equipment, marine patrol boats, among others.
We have had an opportunity to collaborate with NIS. Over the past decade, NIS and IOM have maintained one of the strongest migration management partnerships in the region. And together, I can proudly say that we have been privileged to work with the team, with the immigration, and we have equipped over 34 entry points with border management information system, MIDAS, in addition to mobile units positioned in Nigeria as a regional leader in border digitalization.
The Doma and Igede ethnic groups in Benue State are demanding for the rotation of the governorship seat in the state. They argue that the Tiv ethnic group has occupied the seat since the Second Republic in 1979. Now, the two ethnic groups under the aegis of the Benue Rebirth Movement, a pressure group established back in 2020 to demand equitable power sharing in the state, made the remark at a town hall meeting in Utokpo, in Benue South Senatorial District.
Dusty during the dry season, leaving the ancient Otokpo town unbearable, while muddy waters splash all over due to the deplorable state of Otokpo Township, where the Makurdi-Enugu Federal Road runs through. Otokpo, the administrative and traditional headquarters of the Idoma ethnic group, holds a view of marginalization and underdevelopment. Leaders of the area blame the situation on poor political consideration for the zone by successive administrations in the state. This town hall is convened in Otokpo to demand solutions to these issues, begging for political attention.
Zone C declares that the rotation of governorship must begin in 2027. And it must begin with us. Not as a favor, not as a charity, but as fairness long overdue.
We all in Domaland must rise to take deliberate actions towards our emancipation, politically, economically, and security-wise. It is only when we take this right step that we can actualize our collective rise and growth.
Beyond political inequality and power struggles lies the threat of insecurity, as the region has recorded cases of communal clashes and kidnapping. The leaders call for urgent attention to deal with the security situation.
We need to provide counseling, trauma management, and different forms of programs should be put in place that can handle the bereavement management and the fears that our people are going through because of these insecurities.
To address the concerns, the leaders call for rotational governorship seats among the 3 senatorial districts in the state.
I would emphasize on passing on to law the issue or the case of rotational governorship along the line of senatorial districts in Nigeria.
The National Assembly already has a bill, and the right and rational thing to do is to adopt that bill and make it part of the amendment to the Constitution.
The 3 senatorial districts in the state include Benue Northeast Senatorial District, comprising several local government areas, Benue Northwest Senatorial District, comprising of 7 local government areas, and Benue South Senatorial District, which has 9 local government areas.
The federal government has signed a new regional document for democracy document with the United Nations Development Program. Now, the agreement was to strengthen democratic governance across West Africa. Speaking at the event in Abuja, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Yusuf Tuga, described the partnership as a renewed commitment to democratic consolidation and regional stability. He also stated that it aligns with the Nigerian broader foreign policy objective of promoting peace and institutional resilience across the West African region. Our correspondent Victoria Longjohn reports.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Yusuf Tugar, is hosting representatives of the United Nations, the ECOWAS Commission, heads of missions and other invited guests to the official signing of the Regional Partnership for Democracy document. The document is in response to the challenges that have long hindered democratic endeavors, particularly at a time when the West African region is confronted by disturbing spikes in unconstitutional change of government and a convergence of emerging threats.
Democracy flourishes most sustainably when it is rooted in African values and attuned to local peculiarities or idiosyncrasies, whilst drawing judiciously from global best practices. Such carefully calibrated synthesis is indispensable if democracy is to enjoy genuine ownership, legitimacy, and long-term durability among our people.
For the partners present, regional cooperation remains essential to tackling the challenges bedeviling the region, emphasizing the importance of the partnership.
Today's milestone signals that Nigeria is not only shaping the regional democratic landscape, but also charting a path for Africa-led, Africa-owned transformation. The Regional Partnership for Democracy is not merely a program. It is a compact of values. It is Africa-led, regionally anchored, and globally significant.
Our goal must therefore be to strike the right balance between security and development. The Regional Partnership for Democracy has the potential and the capacity to help the region strike this balance, hence ECOWAS's decision to accompany the program.
The hallmark of the event is the signing of the document. Nigeria has once again positioned itself at the forefront of democracy-building efforts with the signing of this Regional Partnership for Democracy report. But according to stakeholders here today, the real test will be in its implementation, ensuring that all the commitments made here today translate into tangible reforms in the West African region. From Abuja, Victoria Longjohn, Channels Television News.
You're watching News at 5 on Channels Television. Coming up, the federal government flags off wheat production in Benue State. Please stay with us.
Modern lifestyle requires a lot of energy, backed up by intense production processes, which impact the environment in more ways than one.
The world has realized that you cannot deal with climate change without looking at loss of biodiversity.
On Echo Africa, nature speaks and the discerning mind becomes champion of sustainable living.
One thing we want to do is to change public behavior around recycling.
Watch Echo Africa on Channels Television and find out what nature is saying.
Welcome back. The federal government has flagged off the 2025-2026 dry season wheat production program under the National Agricultural Growth Scheme, an agro-pocket project in Maiduguri, the Benue State capital. Launching the program, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abba Kyari, says a total of 80,000 registered farmers have been targeted with output value of about 160 billion naira. According to him, the program will deploy agricultural extension agents to guide farmers with modern agronomic practices and provide continuous field-level advisory services.
Continue to bless us and our dear state. Amen.
The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, the Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, the Shehu of Borno, among other representatives of the state government, are here for the formal flag-off of the 2025-2026 National Agricultural Growth Scheme and Agro Pocket Project. The project, which is to be expanded across 14 states of the country, has 40,000 hectares of land for wheat cultivation, while Borno State has 3,000 out of the targeted hectares of land. The flag-off was accompanied with the distribution of implement, fortified seeds, solar-powered water pumps, among other agricultural inputs.
For the current 2025-2026 season, the program is targeting 80,000 registered farmers with an expected output value of approximately 160 billion naira. Out of the 40,000 hectares earmarked for wheat production, the 2025-2026 dry season, 3,000 hectares have been allocated to Borno State, representing 6,000 wheat farmers. This support will be followed by the second phase of the program, which will promote the cultivation of other priority crop value chains.
In his remarks, Governor Babagana Zulum disclosed that several agricultural interventions were provided to farmers across the state, especially for internally displaced persons who returned to their ancestral land.
Borno State has achieved remarkable milestones under our people-centered agricultural vision. Our input support programs have reached tens of thousands of smallholder farmers, resettled households, women and youth, providing improved seeds, agrochemicals, and agronomic guidance. In areas such as Baga, Bongono, Kaupi, farmers have produced output values at billions of naira, achieving returns many times the value of the support they receive. In Turkey, distribution of seeds and agrochemicals to over 20,000 farmers last year have transformed the community from a zone of displacement into a modern post-conflict agricultural recovery.
The program is a deliberate federal government's policy in ensuring farmers across communities, including women and young people, play a vital role in the agricultural workforce for food sufficiency.
Now to business news. Well, before we go to business news, Nigeria loses 455 billion naira annually due to poor sanitation, as the federal government warns that Poor hygiene continues to pose serious risks as a health crisis. The special advisor to the president on humanitarian affairs, Ina Binta Audu, stated this during the National Sanitation Conference in Abuja. She stated that the federal government is working to make the most of the potential of sanitation economy and the menstrual hygiene marketplace in the country, which is estimated to grow to $14.23 billion by 2030.
This is the opening of the median edition of the National Sanitation Conference, a gathering considered as a part of the efforts to advance Nigeria's public health agenda. The event, which is organized by the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, is attended by the minister and other government officials, including diplomats. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Usev, reflects on the progress made under the National Sanitation and Hygiene Initiative in the country,
such as the Clean Nigeria, Use the Toilet campaign. And by this, we will explore how to scale up prevalent solutions, strengthen our coordination, and attract the investment needed to deliver self-sanitation and hygiene services across the country. There are many opportunities in the sanitation sector, but some people do not know. So this is a forum where our partners, the private sector, and we from the government, we enlighten ourselves. We make notes so that we can invite people to come on board and also share in this investment commitment that we have.
The minister then commits to Nigeria's sanitation agenda.
It's very, very essential to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 6 of ensuring the availability and sustainable development of water and sanitation for all by the year 2030.
The sanitation economy and the menstrual hygiene marketplace potentials in the country is estimated to grow to $14.23 billion by 2030. This is broken down to $2.5 billion for smart sanitation economy and $1.8 billion for menstrual hygiene marketplace.
Only a few of these potentials are being exploited, and there is a need to identify scalable approaches for their realization. It is therefore important that we bring in innovations and new solutions to actualize this, which will require a strong enabling environment that incentivizes the private sector and promotes sustainability.
The outcomes from this median edition are expected to set the foundation for a renewed national commitment to sanitation economy.
Now, a Cloudflare outage on Tuesday caused several major websites, including Channels Television TV website, to experience significant downtime. The disruption, which began around 2 p.m., triggered multiple errors across affected sites, limiting user access. Platforms such as X, ChatGPT, and Canva were also impacted. The Channels TV website was restored approximately around 3:39 p.m. Cloudflare, a company that provides web security services and operates a global content delivery network, helps safeguard websites from cyber attacks while improving their loading speed and overall performance. Its network sits between users and website servers, accelerating content delivery and filtering out malicious traffic. After service was restored, Cloudflare confirmed the issue had been resolved, stating, "A fix has been implemented and we believe the incident is now resolved." Welcome to Business News. Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves surged to $46.7 billion, marking a 6-month high. That's according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. The increase comes amid stronger foreign inflows driven by improved oil revenue and rising foreign investment. CBN added that the reserves growth provides greater stability for the naira and strengthens the country's ability to support external payments and import obligations. Data from FMDQ shows that total forex inflows rose sharply by 91% month-on-month to $6.1 billion in October, the highest level since the $6.7 billion recorded in May. The price of cocoa has fallen more than 12% so far in this month. that is trading at $5,401 per ton as it extends the downward trend, and that's started from June. However, analysts say this is a sharp turnaround for the commodity, which jumped by 177% to $11,675 last year before slipping into a steady decline from January 2025, despite short-lived recovery in April and May. The drop in the commodities price intensified this month after the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration announced a 10% reciprocal tariff reduction on commodities not grown in the United States. Meanwhile, farmers in Ivory Coast, the world's largest cocoa producer, say they expect more beans to reach the market in December as many pods are near ripening. And that's it on the news at 5. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.